Welcome to the Songwriters Lounge with our very special guest, Aaron Kelly, live from Black Dog Vinyl Cafe. You think I should hire somebody to do that, or should I just keep doing that? Yeah, sure, clap. Hey, all right. Welcome, thank you for being here. We are this new thing called Equals. A little bit later, we're going to have Aaron Kelly. Welcome to the Songwriters Lounge. The camera's up there. The Songwriters Lounge started as a thing to, well, it was mostly just me in a room by myself, and it was called The Stream to No One because nobody watched. And I would just play songs and then shut it off and cry. And eventually my friend Aaron came over one time, and we talked about songwriting, and I was like, an idea. And it became the Songwriters Lounge. And over the last year, last year, I had close to 100 shows, and just crazy.
Nice.
And took a little break because life sometimes throws you a curve, and we're going to try real hard to get the show back on track a little bit in another month or two, and kind of do the interview stuff again, and the hard-hitting questions like what's your favorite color, and if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be, stuff like that. Really, really hard stuff. And but also we're just trying to shine a light on this community. There's a lot of really great music in the area, original, and people playing interpreting other people's music in a very unique way, and a lot of great venues that are like this one. So if you're looking for a panini or an album or live music, this is the place, because you can get all three of them with a fantastic staff and fantastic ownership, and so we're grateful to be here. So Liv and I are going to do, I think we're going to do In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
Sure.
No, we're not. The song, my paddles. Song I wrote long time ago, and when life gives you lemons, you can rub it in your eyes and it'll hurt, or you could just make lemonade. So, living in a house, I had no curtains, and things were going really bad. And I said, well, if I make each day a little bit better, I get down the road a ways, it's a lot better. So, it's a song called A Little Bit Better. Woke up this morning, sun beating down on me as I try to drag myself up out of bed. And I got to find a way to make it through just one more day alone. Watch coffee dribble out into the pot as I stand and wait for just enough to pour myself a cup so I can find the strength to face the day. Gotta find a way to make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way to make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way. But you always were the first to tell me of better ways I could spend my time. And I always did my best to please you till the day I realized there was no pleasing you. Gonna make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way to make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way. Gonna make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way. Make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way. Make today a little bit better than yesterday. Gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. Gotta find a way to make today just a little bit better than yesterday. Yay! Thanks. So that was, I put that out in very early 2024, and a couple months after I put it out, it was, my kid goes, "You really got 11,000 people listening to that song?" I went, "Yeah, totally." What? I looked at my phone. What the heck's happening? And for a little while, there was a whole bunch of people listening to it, and you're thinking, "Oh, wow, this is how it starts." And then just as fast as it starts, it stops. So, you know, a couple 10, 20, 30,000 people listen to it. It's cool, but it stopped. Just a few at a time now. So this song I wrote, I don't know, about a year ago in our Songwriters Club. We have the 35-day Songwriters Club. And I don't remember what the prompt was for this one, but I put it on my Everything's Different record. And it's called Scars. My focus seems to come and go, and all at once I can't seem to find one damn thing eluding me. Always thought he was sitting there just waiting at the end of the day. Then I peel the onion back, look at that now. Nothing ever is what I always thought it was supposed to be. I think this so-called moral compass is obsolete. Why does it seem my right is always wrong? Can't even seem to write this song. Never know which way to go. Am I heading back or further out to sea? Gotta do what I gotta do. It's all starting to rust. There's a reason hard decisions are hard. Just don't think I can live with the pain. This is gonna leave a scar. But now where do I go? Never really seem to know, 'cause indecision plagues my every move. Learn not to trust myself, 'cause I never trust myself enough to trust myself. Ain't that the damnedest thing? Gotta do what I gotta do. It's all starting to rust. There's a reason hard decisions are hard. Just don't think I can survive the pain. this is gonna leave a scar. All I wanna do is change my ways. All I wanna do is ease this pain. I keep trying, but it never seems to go away. So damn tired of being stuck in the ditch and ain't this life a bitch. They used to say that when I was a kid, and then you marry one, and then you die. I can get where I'm trying to go if I can keep this damn thing on the road, up out of the ditch. All four ties between the lines, down the road once and for all, out of the ditch, and just drive away. Let's see how far I can get if I can keep it between the lines. Let's see how far I can get and just drive away and keep it between the lines. And just drive away. Let's see how far I can get. And just drive away and keep it between the lines. And just drive away. Let's see how far I can get.
Yeah.
Thanks. I have this button that turns pages because I can't remember the words anymore. I envy you because I know that you keep them all up here. But there's words that I remember. I could probably do Tangled Up in Blue with all 7 verses of it. But I learned that 25 years ago. And the things that I write now, they just don't, I don't know. I haven't smoked weed since 2009. Prior to 2009, I did I did smoke a lot of weed, and I think that it affected things because I can't remember nothing anymore, and also I can't remember nothing anymore. So, I don't know. Well, you know, I don't begrudge anyone. I just I admire the fact that you can remember stuff because I can't. I can't. So this is another 35-day song. I think. Might have been. Anyways. This is also on Everything's Different. And don't go away for those of you at home and those of you here. The fabulous Aaron Kelly is going to do an entire set of Led Zeppelin music. Wait, no, he's not. He's not.
That was quick.
Anyway, this is a friend of mine asked me, I had some stuff going on. He said, how are you doing? I said, I'm fine, I guess. I don't know what to say anymore when you ask me how I am. I am in a constant state of unraveling. The pain in my heart and the noise inside my head never seem to have any kind of end. At this point in my life, if it hasn't changed by now, it probably never will. I guess I should learn how to say, with a smile on my face and a pleasant disposition, and fine, I guess, have to learn to live with it. The pain that I carry will probably never go away. Fine, I guess. Thank you for asking me. Maybe someday I can learn to say I'm better than fine. What do I do with the way that I feel today? It seems so obvious to everyone but me. struggling to sleep again. So I think to myself, how none of these pieces are ever gonna come back to me. I already know the answers to the questions I face, though difficult to admit. Given space and time, we already know, so I will try not to show it. Fine, I guess, have to learn to live with this. The pain that I carry will probably never go away. Fine, I guess, thank you for asking me. Maybe someday I can learn to say I'm better than fine. You don't know what to say anymore when I ask you how you are. You can't hide the truth because it shows in your eyes. Truly try to change what I can and accept what I cannot. And I pray for the wisdom that I will surely know. At this point in my life, if I want things to change, it's just a matter of will. Think that I'm doing okay, and I can honestly say with a pleasant disposition, fine, I guess. Oh yes, I'm doing fine. I'm learning to live with this. I'm gonna be okay. Fine, I guess. Thank you for asking me. I can honestly say that I am gonna be okay. Fine, I guess. Oh yes, I'm doing fine. I'm learning to live with this. I'm gonna be okay. Fine, I guess. Thank you for asking me. Maybe someday I can learn to say that I'm gonna be okay. Maybe someday I can learn to say that I'm gonna be okay. Maybe someday I can learn to say that I am gonna be okay. Thanks.
That's a hot song.
That's one of your faves. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We started singing together a while ago, and it was a little bit of an accident, sort of like she was helping me. As I recorded this stuff, I kept bouncing it off her, like thinking I had something good, and then I'd send it to her, and she'd be like, I like teasing her with this. Because there was one time I sent her something, and she's like, I think you can do better. And I was like, F you. But she was right. But she knew all these songs, and then at an open mic, she sang along with one of them, and she apparently had been singing them in the car or something.
And I forgot that I knew one, and
Yeah.
I was out in the audience, and I ran up after he started. I'm like, I know this one.
So it just sort of happened on accident. I think at your open mic, was one of the first times we did it too. So, and it's just it seems to work, and it's really fun. It's the most effortless singing and playing has ever been for me. So, seems like something's right.
Yep.
So, we're calling it equals, and Liv Antoinette has Sticky Gumbo, and I have MeL Muzic, and those things still exist, but we're trying to figure out where it all fits together. But for now, tonight we should hear her stuff. She doesn't have a guitar, so we're just going to do these and get out of the way for the real star of the show. Yeah. And this song also features Kenny P. Mitchell, but he's not here. He usually stands either there or there.
We miss you, Kenny.
Kenny. But, so if you look up on all streaming platforms, there's a song called Sorting It Out. And I was in therapy, and I felt like I was struggling with a bunch of stuff, and this is a song I wrote. My grandson likes it. he's like 2, and he goes. Spent my whole life waiting, doing what I should, fighting the sadness, wonder if I could. Now every other Tuesday, sitting on the couch, deconstructing dysfunction, turning myself inside out, search and rescue mission, rewinding my mind, understating the wreckage, and facing up to what I find. Always thought I would figure it out so much sooner than now. Sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out. I am sitting sorting it out. Will I ever be good enough? Will I ever be right? Don't know when to walk away, and I sure don't know when to fight. Scrape the bottom for answers, endlessly sifting through pain. I try to learn to cope with it all, was it all in vain? Always thought I would figure it out so much sooner than now. Sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out. I am sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out, sitting sorting it out. I am sitting sorting it out. Thanks very much. Like I said, if you want to check that out on any place you can stream music, MeL Muzic, MELMUZIC, and it's a full band version. It features Kenny P. Mitchell playing a screaming electric guitar. Well, playing it well. You could play a screaming electric guitar, it'd be bad, I suppose, but Kenny does not do that.
Then you're just screaming.
Just screaming. And he's very stylish, too. He's got a style that's really... He was in France last week, and he sent us a picture. I'm like, you just look like Kenny P. Mitchell in Villa Park. It's the same guy. But
He's been seen in Wisconsin.
he was seen in Wisconsin on accident. We're doing a 4th of July thing, and we're doing some MeL Muzic, and then we're going to do a bunch of cracker songs with my brother and a friend of his, and Kenny's going to join us, and then her son's playing drums, and she. They ran into each other, at a gas station in Wisconsin? Yeah, Kenny and Christopher ran into each other in Wisconsin. What are you guys doing?
Just today.
Just today.
And they sent me a picture, and I'm like, what?
What the hell is that?
Okay.
So
that's why he's not here.
That is why Kenny is not here. This is the first MeL Muzic song. So like I've written music since I was 14. And that is more than 40 years ago. There's a song we're going to play that is 40 years old. Yes, I'm sorry to say, but it is true. But this isn't it. But I played with other people. I was always like, in a band where everybody wrote and sang and all this stuff. And then I was in a cover band for a while after that exploded in my 20s. And then right around 30, I was trying to figure out how to play original music. And my first instrument is bass. I don't even consider myself a guitar player. And I had a bunch of songs that were, and I was trying to write some new things. And I wrote this song right around my 30th birthday, and a friend of mine named Dave Benziger came over and helped me put some stuff and finish it off, and it's kind of became the first MeL Muzic song, so it's called No More. Just another day, just another road that leads where no one ever thinks they might be. Nothing to say, nothing you can believe in, nothing ever will be quite the same. No one can see what you're feeling inside. No one can tell you what for. Forever lost in a moment in time, for an aching heart no more. What would it be? Where would it go from there? And when will your pain subside? Hope I never know, hope I never understand, never get to ask you why. No one can see what you're feeling inside. No one can tell you what for. Forever lost in a moment in time, for an aching heart no more. For an aching heart no more. When you find you're alone and the walls of your faith are beginning to fall, and you're searching for strength, wonder where is the end of it all, all alone. No one can see what you're feeling inside. No one can tell you what for. Forever lost in a moment in time, for an aching heart no more. No one can see what you're feeling inside. No one can tell you what for. Forever lost in a moment in time, for an aching heart no more. For an aching heart no more. Thanks. Oh, this is a 4th of July song. This is do you have any songs written about 4th of July? I have an unfinished one. Do you? Yeah. This is a 4th of July song about crushing self-doubt. She got the joke, because this is a
one of
song
my
that's about crushing self-doubt, and somebody a long time ago, like maybe not last Christmas, the Christmas before, said, you got any Christmas songs? I said, yeah, I got a Christmas song about crushing self-doubt. Here you go. I was not really in a good place at the time. I'm in a better place, and now I just make the joke, whatever the next holiday is. This is, in this case, a 4th of July song about crushing self-doubt. And I applaud every time I start this song, somebody starts wiggling. Alone with my thoughts, leaning back in a chair, staring up at the ceiling. My mind was adrift as it skips through the list of the things I had yet to achieve. So many things I had yet to achieve. Best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's the best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's never gonna be good enough for me. This and that left to do, and the other undone. The weight is crushing down on me. Now I can't understand why I can't let it go. Why I can't just be happy and free. Why my soul can't be happy and free. Best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's the best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's the best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's the best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's the best I can, never gonna be good enough for me. It's the best I can, never gonna be. It's never gonna be good enough for me. Thank you. So we are in the missing Kenny formation, and Kenny adds a ton of extra stuff to these songs, and I'm grateful to have met him at an open mic. I'm grateful to have essentially met you at an open mic thing, and 90% of the people in this room, and most of the people that I talk to and hang out with in the last couple of years are people that I met in this musical community, because it's encouraging. It's people that genuinely care about other people. And a friend of mine told me a long time ago, you just need to find your people, because I was very, very lonely a few years ago. And I think I found my people, and they're in this community, and I'm grateful for it. So this is a song that I mentioned earlier that I haven't smoked weed since 2009. I've been sober since 2009, and I don't, if it isn't, let's put it this way. I'd keep drinking if I could. I just can't. But some people think that I hate that or any of that. I don't. But occasionally you run across somebody. Usually what happens, okay, so if you've been sober for a while and you just sort of keep it to yourself and I'm not trying to push anything on anybody, and then somebody will start asking you a bunch of questions. So wait, you've been sober how long? And you can tell by the line of questioning that they're struggling with a decision. And I met this guy, it's like more than 10 years ago now, and he was clearly struggling with a decision. I said, look, man, my worst day now is better than my best day then, and that's all I know for me. And I know that he's been sober for a while, and I'm glad I could have helped him, and somebody helped me just the same way. But I also knew that when I said that, I needed to write a song called My Best Day Then, so this is it. You'd have told me 5 years ago that I wouldn't make it this far down the road. I would have laughed right in your face. Then I'd order me another one from my favorite place. My favorite place is bellied up at the bar, talking girls, talking sports. Sometimes even cars. Thought that I knew everything, but I didn't know anything. My life just passing by. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My best day then. Journey of 1,000 miles. Can't begin without a single step. That's the hardest one to take. Take it for Jesus' sake. Take it for Jesus' sake. And He'll walk along with you. All you gotta do is ask Him to. When that road gets rough, strength to carry you. You just gotta see it through. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My best day then. Worst day now. And everything I thought that I knew turned out to be a lie. Looking back, I know now all I can do is try. I'll try and try. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, still better than my best day then. My worst day now, my worst day now, my worst day now, still better than my best day then. Best day then, worst day now, still better than my best day then. Worst day now, still better than my best day then. You about ready? We're going to do one more. You want to go after that? All right. Which one do you want to finish with?
I don't know.
I like throwing questions at you you're not ready for. That's fun. Because you go like this.
You're in charge.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you did the set list. I just showed up.
Right. That's all right. I knew you didn't have an answer. It was just fun to watch you go like this. We'll just finish with the old reliable. And this is the song earlier I mentioned. I wrote a song 40 years ago, and it's true. I wrote it in 1986, and that is 40 years ago. Now, I was very young, and I was writing a song about my 75 Monte Carlo, and 75 didn't rhyme, so I changed it to 73, sake of rhyming sake. But there's a bunch of kids bothering somebody's parents, in the basement playing this song over and over again. Really not so good, really, even. But me and my friend Todd and my friend Jeff in Kyle's basement bothering his mother. And Kyle's mother was fantastic. She would let us do whatever we wanted down there, and God bless her for it, because there was a bunch of kids that all still play music. So, and I wrote this about my car, and the first half is pretty much verbatim. The guy's name wasn't Al. I don't remember what his name was. I know his brother's name was Mike, but I don't remember the guy I bought it from. My brother took me, it was $200, 75 Monte Carlo. But the second verse is total and complete fantasy. So it's called Dirty Old Car. Well, I was just 16 and I thought I was cool when I bought my 703. Got it from a guy named Al out behind the old bowling alley. It was a dirty rust bucket with a flat spare tire. He only wanted $200. So I looked at my friend and I looked at the car and we said, it was a dirty old car. It was a rusty old Chevrolet. It was a dirty old car. It was a rusty old Chevrolet. Driving through Pasadena late one August night, I pulled up to a stoplight and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a 5'7" blonde goddess from heaven. She was looking at me. Well, the next I know, we were rocking and rolling in the back of my 703. It was a dirty old car. It was a rusty old Chevrolet. It was a dirty old car. It was a rusty old Chevrolet. Wow. Well, I was just 16 and I thought I was cool when I bought my 703. Got it from a guy named Down out behind the old bowling alley. He was a dirty rust bucket with a flat tire. He only wanted $200. So I looked at my friend and I looked at the car and we said, what the? It was a dirty old car. Was a rusty old Chevrolet. It was a dirty old car. Was a rusty old Chevrolet. It was a dirty old car. Was a rusty old Chevrolet. It was a dirty old car. Was a rusty old Chevrolet. Thank you, Liv. My name is Michael Marsden. This is Liv Antoinette. We are equals. That's what we call ourselves. Sticky Gumbo, MeL Muzic. Aaron Kelly. Do you want to come play some songs, Aaron? So give it up for Aaron Kelly. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when I started doing this live stream thing, he was one of the first people. Oh, can we switch this microphone? That's right there on there. Yeah, just pull it out. Who cares? See, it wasn't so bad, was it? I know. Earlier, I had her turn something on. I'm like, it'll be fine. And then it went pop. And she was like, see?
Check.
Uh-oh.
Map tap.
All right. So, how are you, buddy?
Okay, I'm tired. I got 148 minutes of sleep last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
And do you have an app that tells you that, or is that a round number?
Yeah, it's called My Brain, Michael.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a good app. But that was a very specific number.
Oh, I mean, it could have been 110. It could have been 250. Somewhere in that ballpark, though.
Wasn't too many.
No. Yeah, it didn't
Couple,
feel like much.
2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And what were we doing? Were you volunteering? Were you giving plasma? Were you?
Both of those things.
Both of those things?
You know, I've never given plasma. What's that like?
I actually, as an electrician once, I had to, when work was really slow, I got a job going from Ohio and Pennsylvania and somewhere else, and we were renovating plasma centers. Oh. And they take your blood out of your body, they run it through something, they pull the plasma out of it, and then they put the blood back in your body without the plasma, and then they keep it, and they make TVs out of it, I think. And that was an old person joke.
You didn't. Oh, plasma TV. Sorry.
Is it your union break? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah. No, I made this. I didn't want to not drink.
What is it?
A throat coat. And I've been singing a ton the last couple of days.
Yeah, I did see your schedule, so I can't blame you there. So what do we have? Is it vodka?
No, it's just it's literally a throat coat. It's slippery elm is
throat
the most active ingredient.
Slippery elm.
Have a
no,
listen.
I'm gonna pass
Come
on that.
on.
No,
there's no booze in there.
No, it's okay. I believe you. I'm just
a little bit of
pass.
mushroom juice, but that's it. Just the right amount.
I haven't hallucinated since probably the 90s. So I mean, I did dabble in some of those things, but
you don't have to hallucinate if you just take a little microdose.
Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't know. I just remember sitting on a hill watching the sunset, and I'm pretty sure that those weren't the real colors of the sky that I was seeing.
That can also happen.
Yeah, right.
But no, I played a gig last night. I rode in Geneva. I rode my bike home because if I have anything to drink, I usually don't like to drive.
You're right.
You know, I'm
fair.
overly cautious about that.
We all appreciate that.
And I like to ride my bike, and I like the river trail. I like the peacefulness of it that late at night. And so in my mind, I thought I'll get up at 6 a.m. and ride back to get my car for my 8:30 a.m. gig.
Right. After how many? 2 hours of sleep you were thinking?
I got to bed at like 2.
So what time did we get home?
We got home at 1:57.
Okay, so 2?
Yeah.
And you're thinking you're going to get up at?
6 to ride an hour and 45 minutes back to my car.
That's ambitious.
Yeah, and I did get up, but then I was like, my mom went down to my niece's bridal shower in New Orleans a few days ago, so her car's at the house. So I drove her car and left it at Prez and took my car back to the gig. So tomorrow I have to ride my bike back to get my mom's car.
Right.
Figure it out.
That sounds fair. I mean, it all makes sense to me, really, and it really only has to make sense to you.
Yeah, and it does. It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Right on. So anyway, Aaron was instrumental in helping to create the Songwriters Lounge, which I appreciate greatly. And your open mic is an inspiration to many people, and it's given. I've seen so many people come through there and blossom. myself included.
Same, yeah.
So thank you for the fertile ground that you create, because we can all go to an open mic and know that it can be okay and it can be this or that. There's something about what happens at preservation and it definitely has to do with what you created. So
all the ingredients are just right. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. That means a lot to me, too, seeing everybody blossom and start playing there and then get their own shows and just find their own inner voice. I think that's the most important thing, and work through stuff. I always say that we don't play music to have health insurance or make money. We do it to work through our own stuff and to connect with other people, and that preservation has helped immensely. We were just talking about it.
Right, Tess is
finding,
wonderful.
Finding your people, yeah. Tess is great. Lawrence is great. The food's great. Staff's great.
I think that when I started playing again, I was always straddling this line between playing originals and playing covers. I always played covers as a Trojan horse to sort of try to get people to listen to originals. And then I felt like a little icky, sort of, sometimes. Yeah. And I remember having a conversation with you when I was like, I'm going to play some gigs, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and what should I do? And the one thing you said was, I don't know, why don't you just start with playing gigs that make you feel good, and then go from there? And I'm like, that was the best advice I could have gotten at the time. So
it took me a while to figure that out, but that's what it comes down to.
It does, because it makes all the difference in the world. You can play gigs that don't make you feel so good, and they ain't worth whatever money they're paying you. Unless it's a real lot, then maybe you can muscle through it.
Yeah, then it feels good. For a different reason, but...
All right, so what are you going to play for us?
I was thinking about Axl Rose and Liam Gallagher on the way over here.
Were you?
Yeah, and when they did that reunion tour, tickets were like $2,500, and you got a Dasani and a Nature Valley, like the crumbly Nature Valley that leaves a mess on your seat. And I was thinking about when I went to see Oasis as a kid, my sister took me, and Liam didn't even show up. Noel sang the song, so it was no big deal, Mm-hmm. But years later, when I started making up songs and people started telling me that they liked the songs, I was like, I can't see how this job could turn you into an asshole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's, I just feel so grateful to have any audience at all.
I think maybe they started there.
How's that?
They started at the asshole point.
Oh yeah. That's probably true too, and just happened to have a voice like Axl Rose. But then Axl Rose also ditched this concert in Chicago, and so I was just thinking about all those things, and I wrote a song that I'd like to send out to, where's the camera? This is for you, Axl Rose and Liam Gallagher. This is a song called Band-Aids.
Give it up for Aaron Kelly.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Black Dog. I learned a guitar riff for this song. It's one of my newer ones. It goes, I woke up in a panic, just the way I planned it. Today I get to finally meet my heroes as a kid. Had the black light neon poster as I'd wander to my wall. How to write a song and play the Royal Albert Hall. 22 years later on that long and winding road, the brothers reconciled after all of it imploded, and they traded in their bottles for a better night of dreams, big reunion tour and more money than the Queen. And I spent half my savings on a VIP deluxe for a Q&A and a lanyard and a spot right up front. And when it finally came my time to ask a question, I got scared. The cheeky ones had spit it out. I ain't getting any younger here. And though I don't look back in anger, that singer's just a stranger to me now. He didn't want to rip the Band-Aid off, so he picked a fight instead. We may not want to say so, but the pain's a part of it. The healing. William Rose would call himself Guns and Friggin' Roses. I was just a kid, and they were set to be my first show at the old Rosemont Horizon with my brother and my dad. Using my illusions, I'd contrived a better man. Little did I know about that outburst in St. Louis, so bad that the police wrote a warrant for his arrest. Axl jumped off stage because someone snapped his pic. He slapped him in the face, he smashed his camera, then he split. And Dad spent lots of money on a band he didn't like, just to see his baby boy get closer to the light. Then right as we were pulling in, the radio announced the rock star didn't want to face the music, so he bounced. And don't you cry tonight, oh sweet child, it'll be alright. He didn't want to rip the Band-Aid off, so he picked a fight instead. Izzy said to Slash and Duff, he's too deep in his head to let the healing begin. Now I'm out here turning all my laundry into songs, and singing for a good crowd feels like righting all your wrongs. In a pretty perfect world, nothing matters quite as much. The space between the artist and the lives that they touch. The kid who said he cried and loved that song about my dad. Wally with my Martin and his Vietnam vet hat. The girl who played the tambourine and grew up all around me and all my friends as we were learning how to sound. Now she's a seasoned drummer and Wally's gone to rest. I met that kid in Crested Butte and haven't seen him since. But never will there come a day that I won't take the time to try to make a fellow friend of music one of mine. 'Cause you and I will live forever. Just a little patience, it gets better and better. So go on and rip the Band-Aid off. The road to hoe ahead is long and lonely, soft and lovely. A hero to me said about the healing, the healing, the healing. Thanks. Thank you. As for Liam and Axel, that's one new one I'm excited about. Another new one I'm excited about is this one. I grew up in the second oldest house in Plainfield. It was built in 1844. It was part of the Underground Railroad. I remember when I was a kid, they used to bring fourth graders through there, and there was a false step in the back hallway, or the back staircase, that pulled out, and they used to hide slaves there if there was people looking for them. And it used to be my fort when I was a kid. I remember peeling off the wallpaper, and there was like newspaper from the 1870s that was like the base layer. Just a real sense of history, and the right side of history too. I think that matters. And so I went to college and then moved back, and my dad, he had lung cancer, and we had him on home hospice, and he was diagnosed in February and gone by May, but we took care of him in that house. And I remember I was getting ready to go play a gig, and he started breathing like a fish out of water, and I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I figured it out pretty quick. And over the course of that whole process, I'd been writing him a song, so there was a guitar in the room. I grabbed a guitar and sang him into the next life, which I'm really, really grateful for. Not everybody gets a chance to do that. And then my band and I moved in like a year later. My brother didn't want to live there anymore after Dad passed, so I moved in there with my band and had a really, really great scene there for a couple of years. And then the chimney collapsed, and I got a text that said, "Hey, you better get home. Everybody's all right, but the chimney did fall down." And we had to put a new foundation in it, and folk singers can't really afford new foundations on homes, so we had to sell it, and we sold it to the best possible buyer, which was the Plainfield Historical Society, and they spent the next few years raising money to give it a new foundation, and that was last summer that happened. And I got a text that said, "Hey, your old house is up on stilts." I said, "That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go get in my car and go look at it." And I thought, no, I don't want to get in my car. I want to experience it like I did when I was a kid. And I got that bike. I ride a lot now, but I got a bike for the first time since I was a kid last year. And so I got on my bike and I rode from Oswego to the house and I looked at it and I went by the pond and I wrote this tune about going back and seeing where you grew up and how that feels. I took a bike ride through the old neighborhood, past the lilac bush, still smells so good, just like it did all those years ago. I did 2 loops around old Boy Scout Park, where I used to play till it got dark, and trespassed through the backyards going home. I made a pit stop where the river bends. I braced myself to see that house again. Some things never lose their saving grace. But I heard they had it up on stilts, the foundation on our family built, eroded through the centuries away. So let's be grateful for the light that's unnoticed till it's gone, left with just a memory to live on. Deeper in the darkness, way down in the abyss, there's always something you didn't even know you missed. I found something I didn't even know I missed. When I was 6, I could ride 5 doors down on either side. Before I learned to walk, they say I ran. But I look both ways to cross the street and past the church that baptized me. We're almost back to where it all began. Yeah, in my heart, I'm still there. I'm simple in my little chair, wondering what the world would show me next. Mother, father, sister, bros, I see us all in sweet repose. Sometimes going home is just the best. So let's be grateful for the light that's unnoticed till it's gone, left with just a memory to live on. Deeper in the darkness, way down in the abyss, there's always something you didn't even know you missed. Well, I found something I didn't even know I missed. I'm sorry for the silence so loud throughout the years, but I'm happy now we're both still standing here. Cha-cha-cha. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, we're kind of like a third of the way through a new album, I think, my band and I. And this is one we haven't done yet, but it's inspired by the absurdity of our timeline for the last 10 years or so, and and it keeps, when you think it can't get any more like that movie Idiocracy, it tops it, and you wouldn't believe a screenwriter if they walked into Studio City with this, you know. So I get sick of being inspired by that. I want to be, writing different kinds of songs sometimes other than that. So this is me like a pep talk to continue to do the job I signed up for and be a reflection of you know, what's around me. I think this is called Folk Singer. Well, if you're gonna be a folk singer, gonna be a folk singer. Don't be an in-betweener, someone else's doppelganger. Never be a non-believer in yourself. Leave it to anyone else. Talk about the tough stuff, do it with a lot of love. Lead with where you're coming from, come and give me a hug. Things are getting heavy, but I'll be light when the time is right. At Billionaires a Pizza Hit, you know what I really meant. Trying to stay level-headed, even though I know we're headed somewhere dark and dreaded and fast. And that'll test a man. They're all kleptomaniacs, borderline psychopaths, following a money path, saying God has a plan, power-tripping corporate plans. I'm impressed with how the evil play blessed, with how the evil play blessed, because they haven't been pressed yet. Bet, ready, set. Well, if you're gonna be a folk singer, gonna be a folk singer. Don't be an in-betweener, someone else's doppelganger. Never be a non-believer in yourself. Leave it to anyone else. They wanna whitewash the story, monopolize the glory. Love it when it's stormy, rich you, poor me. Washington, D.C., all infested with dirty investments. Yeah, I was raised working class, loved my mom, missed my dad. Certain people grow up fast. All the ups and downs we had taught me to respect the flag and the Constitution. Well, that's a real solution. Yeah, but now they're looking real nervous. National prayer service, God forbid you hear the sermon earnest and urgent. Take it to heart versus being so offended. And that's how it's ending when the evil play blessed, because they haven't been pressed yet. Bet, ready, set. Now I'm looking for a third verse, trying to find the right words, doing work to change the course. United States divorce, mainline and truth hurts way more than I could have ever expected. You get what they elected. Hail, hail the patriot, riding in his chariot, dancing like an idiot. Timu, clairvoyant, Saint Rita, how annoying. Please save us with a blessing, a desperate intercession. Sirens getting real loud, they're hip to what I'm singing about. On the way to drag me out, detention center bound. I should have been more proud and grateful for the winning. Just forgive the sinning when the evil play blessed, because they haven't been pressed yet. Hey, bet, ready, set. Well, if you're gonna be a bootlicker, gonna be a bootlicker. Don't be a folk singer. Find a couple doppelgangers, bullets and an echo chamber for yourself. Goddamn everyone else. Thanks. I went to ISU for a year, and then I found out why they say that stands for I screwed up. I went home, went to junior college, and worked in the Carpenters Union for about a year and a half while I figured out my next move. And that ended up being going to Columbia, where I got a degree, Columbia College, where I got a degree in art, entertainment, and media management. And while I was when I was going to school at Columbia, I was working at Chili's as a bartender, slinging Southwestern Agros, Presidente Margaritas, queso, you know, all the good chili stuff, you know. And there was this family who used to come in, and the one thing I was really not looking forward to was graduating college and looking for a job. I dreaded that so much. But little did I know that these two brothers who were coming in were respectively, each of them in charge of the fourth generation ownership at this like $120 million company. And that the last year and a half of my time at Chili's was actually kind of a job interview with them I didn't even know about. And right as I was getting ready to graduate, they said, "You want to work for us?" I said, "Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, but I was made to believe that that's the American dream, you know, is graduating college, getting a job with in an office, and then going to have a family, you know. And so that's what I did. I went and worked for them, and this is the story of my time in corporate America. When those guys first started, I'll say that I was in a car with Captain Kirk, and that's true. It's a true story. I spent 10 days with him because of this job, which was pretty cool. But overall, just kind of was soul-sucking, you know. This was the takeaway I had from it. And when those brothers first started walking into Chili's, this is what I would think. I'd think, oh. Well, oh man, not these guys again. I got class in the morning and it's going on 10. Who comes to Chili's this close to close? They'll sit here till midnight just to avoid going home. Bacardi and Diet, tall glass and strong for the one with the motorcycle costume on. Bottle of Bud for the one in the can. He'll peel off the labels and publicly pick up the tab. Way at the edge of the Chicago megalopolis, two brothers born into short success. Fourth generation family business. Oil in their veins, old money taking big new risks. And it was Tuesday night and I was closing up. The taller brother put $100 in my cup. He said, "We like you, kid, if it's not too late. Gonna offer you a job in an office when you graduate." I said, okay. And there was business trips, expense reports, but nothing my old man would have called real work. Built a broken motorcycle for an aging star. It was me, Captain Kirk, and his wife in a borrowed car. At the edge of the Chicago megalopolis, two brothers born into short success. Fourth generation family business. Oil in their veins, old money taking big new risks. Find out who your friends are, and business ain't friendly. It's money and lonely at the end of the day. But thanks for a good run, but I feel like an orphan to you and your fortune in a bottom line way. I know liquidity takes precedent when you're executive. Week to week is more like where to go. In your fast car or your cyber truck, you got a hot rod and a tour bus, a dune bug, and boat stuff at your lake house chateau. And I got brakes that grind and grind, a transmission that don't keep time, but I'm singing. I'm singing. Way at the edge of the Chicago megalopolis, two brothers born into short success. Fourth generation family business. Oil in their veins, old money taking big new. Oil in their veins, old money taking big new. Oil in their veins, old money taking big new risks. Big new risks. How in the world can we ever afford Thanks. That was called Corporate Orphan, I think, maybe. And then I quit that job, and my life's only gotten better since then. I haven't had health insurance since then, but I just drink a lot of water, and that takes care of itself for the time being. And then COVID struck, and I found myself very defensive of the USPS when everybody started saying, people started saying we couldn't use it to vote. I thought, well, I think they're pretty trustworthy, the USPS. I don't know. Maybe sometimes your protein powder gets delayed a day or two or something. I don't know, but I've always, been pretty happy with them. So I wrote this love song in defense of the institution, and I wanted a story to tell when gigs came back, and so I used the lyrics as a cover letter on an application to be a carrier, thinking that I just would have the story, and that if you use lyrics as a cover letter, it disqualified you from any gig other than being a poet. But it turns out they really needed carriers because they offered me the job like 2 days later, and it felt really un-American to say no. And so because of this song, I delivered mail for 14 months in Aurora, Illinois, on Rural Route 8. Shout out Haverhill. I got approached by, my first week on the job, I got blocked in by this lime green Camaro, and they said if I let them know when I was delivering checkbooks, because you can feel the checkbooks in the packaging, if I told them what address it was, there was something in it for me. And I thought, well, I'm not the regular on this route, guys. And they said, yeah, we know, that's why we're asking you. And I had to turn them down and file a report. A whole bunch of stuff. I understand why people dig the job so much, and I certainly did fall in love with it for a little bit. This is my love song to the United States Postal Service. Remember Benjamin Franklin or John Prine, Abraham Lincoln or this cousin of mine? They all made an honest living working for the U.S. Mail. Now for Pony Express preschool me, my first recollection of the post office be the mailman bringing them Christmas catalogs. Yeah, and up through the years they were always on time, a model of consistency and national pride authorized by the U.S. Constitution, might I add. See, Columbia House meant endless CDs, publishers clearing, lottery dreams, and what's that magazine for Dad wrapped up in plastic? Postcards, report cards, birthday cards from Grandma. I say, oh yeah, get it done if you want to send something to someone you love. Way over yonder just to stay in touch, you can do it through the U.S. mail. And then you graduate to professional stress, get your very own address, mailbox, envelopes, packing tape and stamps. And it starts to feel a little more like home when you see that familiar uniform walking up the drive with all your stuff. And through rain, snow, cold and heat, and the gloom of night, and tired feet, always with a smile they deliver. Yeah, but more than sentimental, it's a functional necessity, bedrock for a country claiming such legitimacy. It's a messenger of sympathy, it's a promoter of peace and goodwill among men and nations. Talk twice now, if you want to send something overseas, pen pal letter or a wheel of cheese, you can do it through the U.S. mail. And in 2006, what the president did is sign into law this act that exists solely for the deliberate sabotage of a perfectly good public institution. It's called the Post Office Accountability Act. It's an arbitrary mandate revenue tax that says they gotta pay like way in advance 50 years worth of health and benefit plans. So now their P&L's red and they can't invest, and they're way in debt. And to the public eye, well, that's a pretty good mess and ripe for the picking of the private sector scavengers. And then 2020 hit and tried to break its back, but the postal worker said, you can forget all that, we got a job to do, so get out of the way. We'll show you what makes America great. We say, good try, no, and you gotta stay home, but you still wanna vote. Maybe even save the world as we know it, you can do it through the U.S. mail. Did we do it through the U.S. mail? Time will tell, but long live the U.S. mail. And all the postal workers. Thanks, thank you. kind? Oh no, I thought you meant like help in general. I was looking for a handkerchief to wipe some sweat from my brow, and I realized that. So I played this. Demi and I played this. Well, I don't care really. We played this St. Charles Live thing, and it was supposed to be outside, and it rained, and of course it cleared up just for the time we were supposed to play. But out of precaution, we went inside to McNally's in St. Charles, McNally's Irish pub. And so I had some time to kill, so I went to the St. Charles Goodwill and picked up a little clover wooden piece and then this towel, because I'm half Irish, and I was proud of that. And maybe it was just a bad, I don't know. They didn't really know we were going to be there. It wasn't the warmest welcome from the house. I was bummed out about it, And we had a decent gig. I think the thing that set it off, it was World Cup was going on, and there was a bunch of rowdy soccer fans there. Bunch of Europeans. There was a bunch of British people. It was kind of cool to be in that environment, though. And that's what I was looking for. Was that brings back bad memories, though, of that lack of hospitality from my own people. Is there a cable? I can go. Here we go. That's only for special occasions. No, I'm just kidding. That's what I was looking for. That's my typical go-to. I don't know where it's at right now. So when right around that same time, when COVID was going on, I was pretty productive. I don't know, how was your guys' output for COVID? You guys write a bunch? Yeah, that first 6 months or so. Oh, really? Nice. That sounds like a better use of your time than whatever I did. I did get a couple of songs out of it, though. My tip jar is the ceramic bust of 39th President Jimmy Carter. And, I've never had a negative reaction to him. The other night, though, I forget where we were playing. This woman, where was it? This woman was like, she'd been overserved maybe a little bit, and she was like, "You guys are amazing, amazing." And she pointed to Jimmy Carter and my Make Empathy Great Again stickers, and she said, "But get rid of all of that." And I didn't know if she was talking about Jimmy Carter or empathy. But either way, I wasn't listening. I wasn't open for business, whatever she was talking about. And so when COVID first started, I have a friend named Jimmy Ramos out in Indianapolis. He's a great photographer, and he tagged a bunch of songwriters and asked what we were doing to help. And so I thought of old Jimmy Carter, and I wrote, this is my COVID song. It's called Pandemic Song for Jimmy Carter. I'm sitting at my kitchen table with coffee and a garlic bagel, waiting on the task force morning briefing to begin. The voice of God says 2-minute warning. I hope they talk about the TP hoarding and let me know when I can go outside again. Football players, they're still being signed by rich white men in them thick red ties, not dying for a chance to help me out. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me how many sick must fall before we get our hearts and heads out of the clouds. Well, I'm not patient, but I can wait to see my friends and family again. Standing at my bedroom window, I switch from coffee to a glass of vino, listening to the man in charge say everything is fine. Oh, Oh, shut up, punk, you're just making it worse. I love everybody so much it hurts to stock up shop, come home, wonder why. The working poor, we still gotta eat. Does the wall matter more than the main street? When will we bail out common folks who need it so bad? Oh, say, can you see how greedy you've grown? Our ignorance built disease a home, and it's a here I sit, feels like we've been had. Well, I'm not patient, but I can't wait to see my friends and family again. But I am not complacent, I won't wait to take my share of what I make. I'm sitting at my kitchen table with coffee and a garlic bagel, waiting on the morning task force briefing to begin. Who's there? Did you hear a knock? Is it time for your joke of the week? Special delivery. You have one because I'm not prepared for it. Oh, I thought we talked about this. Why did the jalapeno go to the hospital? Why did the jalapeno go to the hospital? How's that? The doctor. Why did they go to the doctor? Because it was a little chilly. The jalapeno was a little chilly? Chili pepper. Uh-huh. All right, thank you. That was really great. And I thought you had the mailbox. I don't bring it to the mobile stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all right. Can we cut this in post? Absolutely. Nobody will ever see it. That's true. Yeah. I'll play this one because I was talking about it. Yeah, this is just a song. I think I had some tequila one night, and the hangover lasted 4 days instead of 4 hours, and so I started making all my feelings about my time at Columbia rhyme. It goes like this. Well, I never was a frat boy in my 7 years at school, but I'd still puff up and say dumb stuff like old Shakespeare was a fool. And I never got me a PhD, not an STD or any drinks for free, but I could find my way straight to the floor. Well, it was $6.99 for 30 beers, but all you really needed was 10 to steal a bike or go and get in a fight with some dude who's gonna make you regret it. But I don't regret a lick of it. I learned a little, but I lived a lot. Well, if I could change just one thing, I would have sold a little pot. So kids who drop out of school, be as wild as you can. Learn to break all the rules. Keep an eye on the man, 'cause they'll start keeping score. Oh, I guess I'm not in college anymore. Academically, I was challenged. Well, I was finally out on my own. brand new crown. I was all determined and bound to fill my lonely way back home. I got CDs, Fs, yes, ABs, no. My first year lasted 2. I was put on probation for procrastination, of having anything to do. I was the first one on my daddy's side to make it all the way to the end. But that just means I put the money down that I didn't really have to spend. I know a 9 to 5 that can keep y'all alive, but it feels like a dead man's crawl. I can't believe the frequency with which these student loan collectors call. So kids who make it through school, be as wild as you can. Learn to break all the rules, keep an eye on the man, they'll start keeping score. Oh, I guess I'm not in college anymore. So kids who don't go to school, be as wild as you can. Learn to break all the rules, and don't turn into a man, or you'll start keeping score. Oh, I guess I'm not in college anymore. Thanks. I realize sometimes you go, a lot of times if I get tripped up while I'm singing a song, there's usually 1 or 2 reasons, or 3 reasons, I guess. One being you change a lyric, and you get so tickled and amused by yourself that you forget the next line. Or you're thinking about the next song that you want to play, and you either forget the line, or by the end of the song, you forget what that song was. And so last night I got into that loop, or you're other influences. And so last night I got to thinking about this one song I haven't played in a while, and how it still feels very relevant. And I took my mom, I have family down in New Orleans, and I have since I was a kid, and I've been going down there, and I've fallen in love with it down there. But we're very different in our worldviews, me and that side of the family, and that's fine, that's great. That's what makes the world go round. But when you start to impose that on other people, that's when it becomes a problem. And the story behind this tune was that it was the night that Putin had invaded Ukraine. And I remember the whole world was like, "What are you doing, man? You're harshing our mellow." And I posted a picture of his face with the Wilco song and the lyrics over it that says, "I dreamed about killing you again last night, and it felt all right to me." I thought the whole world felt that way about Putin in that moment, but not my family in New Orleans. So my brother, and I apologize if you're watching this, Marco, I love you, but he did send me a message and blame me for Putin's war. And I couldn't even get through the whole message. I read the tone of it, I knew where he was going. I said, nope. And I closed out of the message and I wrote this song, trying to speak his language and let him know how I feel from my side, and why I don't think that Putin had me in mind when he invaded Ukraine. So this is called Look What They've Done to Us. Got a brother in New Orleans who doesn't think that much of me, likes the glory of God and gasoline, picking fights and conspiracies. He told me he'd respect me more if I apologize for a rich man's war, things I've never said before. I left my jaw there on his ivory floor. Look what they've done to us. 1917 Leviticus. You mustn't hate your brother in your hearts. Got another in a different place who gets sick at the sight of my face and hates half of the human race. Thinks the rainbow flag is a damn disgrace. You told me if I use it again, and that's where our relationship ends. And I'm not exactly on the fence, so I painted one on his clean white family crests. Look what they've done to us. 1917 Leviticus. You mustn't hate your brother in your hearts. What kind of world is this? Christians, don't be hypocrites. Assassinate your politics, make art. Murderers and martyrs in the Bible, it's a slaughter. John 4:20 calls out liars. I'm inspired in the choir, singing, tell it on the mountain, drink plenty from the fountain, but it's dry. It's so dry. We're dying. I got a mother and a sister too. One is red and one is blue. M's the only two colors they offer you, when really it's more of a purple hue. In the middle but out on the edge, it's throwing punches and butting heads, putting faith in what some demagogue says. Glory to the world as it ends. Who needs the trouble when there's truth in a song? A sturdy sense of right and wrong, and where I think myself belongs, in a backwards, mean old world, a long time gone, a long time gone. Look what they've done to us. 1917 Leviticus. You mustn't hate your brother in your heart. What kind of world is this? Christians, don't be hypocrites. Assassinate your politics, make arts. Make arts. Make arts. Thanks. Thanks. Where'd Michael go? Is he outside? How many more? Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, it's weird seeing myself on the helicopter over there. Huh? Whoa. Whoa. Can you put starburst out like thought bubbles? No. I got It's fun. Wait, did I have an? Oh, yeah. Sometimes man, it's one of my favorite moments in life is when Michael Marsden asked me permission to play one of my songs on his record, and he did such a great job. I prefer your version to mine, if we're being honest. And that was about my brother Dan, and I lost him far too young. He's the one who taught me how to play guitar. But I preface that because I want to play a song I think my brother Dan would have hated with a burning passion. I was playing up in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and this big burly Wisconsin guy with a Brett Favre jersey on and a beard. He had cheese in his beard. After my show, he said, "Hey man, I really like your songs. Let's go in the alley and talk about them." And there's certain implications with that. So I did. I said, "Hey man, yeah, that sounds good." So we went and talked about Greg Brown and Iris DeMent, Steve Goodman, the Twin Lakes, the Bears and the Packers, shipwrecks on the Great Lakes, the Great North Woods. We talked for 20, 25 minutes. And I was ready to go back inside and see the next act. And I think he wanted to keep talking because he was reaching for material, it seemed like. Or he just felt really comfortable with me and wanted to tell somebody this because he hadn't. He said, "Hey man, I know we just met, but let me ask you something. You ever cross-dressed before?" And I said, "Man, I gotta be honest with you, Dave. I didn't see that question coming out of your mouth. In 100 years, you could have asked me to guess what you were about to say, and that wouldn't have been it." And he went on to tell me how him and his wife had done it for like after 37 years of marriage, they started getting into that kind of stuff to spice things up a little bit. And I thought, man, oh man, that's such a cool story. So I kind of cataloged it. And when I was recalling it, I couldn't place the alley as much as I remember looking over his shoulder at a Piggly Wiggly grocery store. And so I put us in the Piggly Wiggly and took us out of the alley for this one. Listen, my brother Dan, who I wrote that song for, he's a great dude, but I think he probably wouldn't have liked this song. That's all I'm saying. That's why I love it. It's called Cross Dress and Crochet. I seen a lean old man at the butcher's block buying skirt steak by the pound, who asked me if I had ever worn a handmade wedding gown. Well, I just laughed and shook my head. I said, "No, sir, I have not." He looked around and put his dinner down and began to shout, "Cross dress and crochet, stitch a strange design. Well, keep all of your tools clean and yourself in line. If you're stuck in the mud, well, get out, say love out loud. It's a pretty sound." I'll to compose myself, need to think about what he said. I mean, maybe I've been wrong all along, and I should make me a pretty dress. It'd have a sweetheart cut with a modest hem. It'd be polka dots, no doubt. I put my eggs and inhibitions down. I echoed the wisdom I found. Cross dress and crochet, stitch a strange design. Well, keep all of your tools clean and yourself in line. If you're stuck in the mud, well, get out, say love out loud. It's a pretty sound. There ain't no better time than the present line to present myself with some gifts. I'll take a yard of turquoise velvet yarn, some bourbon, and a sewing kit. You see, I get my kicks on Register 6. If the neighbors only knew. The checkout boy, he looked down real coy. He said, hey, I do that too. I cross-dress and crochet, stitch a strange design. I try to keep my nose clean, if my fun don't mind, when I'm stuck in a rut. Well, so what? I say love out loud. It's a pretty sound. It's a pretty sound. It's such a pretty sound. Take a day for yourself, only you, no one else. No one wants to hold you like I do. Now come down to Covington, when you're ready, let me in. I ain't never known a girl like you. We'll dance all the time. And you came down with bad news on the very day we met. Sleeping in a bookstore feels alone. We decree that magic and the idea that to grab it is to trust in something else to get you home. We'll dance all the time. We'll dance all the time. Please forgive my darkest thoughts, the ones I wish you hadn't saw. Don't know why I do the things I do. Chaos is a dance we learn. Take my hand, let it burn. I ain't never known a girl like you. We'll dance all the time. And you flew south to go explore and open up a brand new door to find a way to let love win again. I heard a phoenix has to burn to grow. Not to say I told you so, but home is just a place you've never been. We'll dance all the time. We'll dance all the time. Take a day for yourself, only you, no one else. No one wants to hold you like I do. Can I do one more song? Yeah. I don't know what to play though. I feel like I've been wanting to give like the new songs their sea legs a little bit, and I got this one tune. I thought I liked, but I think I get bored when I play. I shouldn't say that, bro. But yeah. Actually, this is an interesting origin story, I guess. I have a verse in a song that says, there's a sickness spreading, and it's getting everyone I know. You get louder and prouder the less and less you know. And I think this song is about that verse, maybe. I heard someone else call someone sick. And I thought, well, we're all sick with the same disease. I'm going to heaven on bended knee, saying, oh, St. Peter, have mercy on me, 'cause I'm trying hard, well, in the best of faith, but they shoved my head down into their mistake, and it's a common pain, it's an awful mess. Well, it's a daily exam, one hell of a test. So I'm working for my PhD in the land of the brave, Ain't nothing free except to walk in the woods and a hill to climb. Try as we may, though, no one here survives, 'cause we're all sick with the same disease, We're all crying and hard to please. When you get so down that you can't look up, and the glass ain't half full, it's a paper cup that you're pissing in and into the wind. Nothing changes again and again. Will you say a prayer for you and me? 'Cause we're all sick with the same disease. I've come a long way by traveling light. I don't like drama, I don't wanna fight. We'll just live and learn, like a Pinterest sign. And anyone who wants to be a friend of mine, within the backroom deals and a veil of truth, and a couple hard years sneak up on you. And I don't remember, but I can't forget. They say you care less the older you get. Yeah, but I care more than I ever have. And if you haven't noticed, it's getting out of hand. 'Cause we're all sick with the same disease, We're all crying and hard to please. When you get so down that you can't look up, and the glass ain't half full, it's a paper cup that you're pissing in and into the wind. Nothing changes again and again. Will you say a prayer for you and me? 'Cause we're all sick with the same disease. I'm well hydrated, but I'm uninsured. Your mama don't like that, so mum's the word. But in my time of need, in my time of dying, Jesus gonna make up that I lying. Yeah, and on my tombstone, it'll plainly say, stay on the grass and water twice a day. Well, he left a lot. Yeah, he lived his truth. He loved his family, friends, and country too. Well, in an honest way, at a fever pitch, it was the cure that killed him. That's such a dirty trick when we're all sick with the same disease. We're all buying more than we need. When you get so high, putting others down, and your glass overflowing is making people drown. It's a hissing wind that we're up against. If nothing changes, that's the bitter end. Will you make a post remembering me? 'Cause we're all sick with the same disease. We're all dying. Show a little mercy, please. Hey, happy 250th anniversary. Thanks so much for having me, Mr. Marsden. Thank you, Black Dog. Thank you, Mike and Kathy. Bear down.
One more time for Aaron Kelly, everyone. Give it up for Aaron Kelly.
There it is, Blue.
Yoink. Well, we appreciate all of you coming here. There was I don't know if you guys know this, there were 7,000 people watching just now. What's so funny? Okay, maybe it wasn't 7,000, but it was 6,500. 6,500. Aaron did a great job, and thanks to Blue, thanks to Josette for your help, and Liv, thank you for singing. Aaron, thank you for being here. Thank you all for listening. Thanks to Black Dog Vinyl. If you are ever in the area, please come spend your money here because it's a wonderful establishment with records and paninis and drinks and music, and they support art and they support people, and you should support them. So let me see if I can cue this up. I couldn't, perhaps I can, let's see. I couldn't come up here and my phone was on the other side of Aaron, and it's been playing the entire show. And so I wanted to get to the theme song and have it all queued up, but I couldn't. So now I'm killing time. Anyways, we are at the end of the night, so thank you very much. This has been the Songwriters Lounge. Let's see if I can get all this. And here. All right. Is it working? It's playing somewhere. Here we go. There it is. All right. Thank you all very much. Yay! Go ahead.